1,000 horsepower engines that leave you stranded, and leather interiors that fall apart in months. Today, we're exploring the luxury SUVs that look amazing in the showroom, but will have you crying on the side of the road. And wait until you see number 3. It has a reliability score of just 9 out of 100. 13. 2025 Cadillac XT4, $42,000. Let's kick things off with Cadillac's entry-level luxury SUV. Starting at $42,000, this compact SUV scored just 56 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. Under the hood is a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, delivering 237 horsepower. Hit a pothole? Get ready for pronounced jolts straight to your spine. The interior looks promising with leather, chrome, and soft-touch surfaces, plus supportive front seats with 4-way lumbar support. But Cadillac's below-average reliability track record seriously drags down this SUV's appeal. 12. 2025 Alfa Romeo Stelvio, $51,000. Next up, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, starting at nearly $51,000. This Italian beauty scored a concerning 57 out of 100 in Consumer Reports testing. Under the hood is a 280 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder that races to 60 miles per hour in 7 seconds with a pleasant exhaust snarl. But for everyday driving, it's packed with annoyances. Power delivery isn't gelato smooth, especially at low speeds. The brake pedal, too grabby. The ride, jittery. The dash vents, so low that AC is compromised. And the visibility, like looking through a mail slot. If you want an SUV that oozes Italian flair, but comes with daily frustrations, the Stelvio is your perfect match. 11. 2024 Jaguar E-Pace, $50,500. Moving to another European disappointment, the Jaguar E-Pace. Starting at $50,500, this kitten scored just 52 out of 100 in Consumer Reports testing. For 2024, Jaguar added a panoramic glass roof, upgraded infotainment, and 19-inch wheels. The 246 horsepower engine sounds good on paper, but the uneven power delivery makes it nearly impossible to drive smoothly. Plus, the stiff ride will have you feeling every bump in the road. While it handles well and has good braking, poor visibility and bad controls make this cat tough to live with. It's nimble with quick steering, but the stiff suspension makes the ride jittery and tense. The cabin isn't even quiet. There's always a hum from the engine. The E-Pace is proof that a luxury badge doesn't guarantee a luxury experience. 10. 2024 Jaguar I-Pace, $73,000. Want an electric SUV that'll drain your wallet and patience? Meet the Jaguar I-Pace. Starting at a whopping $73,000, this EV scored just 54 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. Sure, its 2 electric motors produce 394 horsepower and rocket you to 60 in 4.3 seconds. The 90.0 kilowatt-hour battery provides up to 246 miles of range, but the I-Pace is hampered by painfully long charging times. It takes 40 minutes to recharge to just 80% on a DC fast charger. Is a pretty interior and Meridian sound system worth $73,000 on a design that's barely been updated since 2018? I don't think so. We're just getting started with these luxury letdowns. If you're enjoying this countdown of expensive mistakes, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because up next we've got SUVs that cost even more but deliver even less. 9. 2025 Land Rover Discovery Sport, $50,000. Next is the Land Rover Discovery Sport. At $50,000, this British SUV scored a dismal 46 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. Inside, it feels tidy as the Queen's drawing room, with spacious rear seats and an optional third row. But the cool Britannia vibe quickly disappears once you drive it. The 246 horsepower engine is paired with a 9-speed automatic with inept programming. Hit the gas and the slow-witted transmission clings to taller gears too long, then suddenly downshifts with a jarring kick and noisy engine revs. It takes a sluggish 7.5 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. slower than many rivals. Despite that 9-speed gearbox supposedly saving fuel, it measured just 21 miles per gallon overall. With a stiff ride and poor handling, this SUV is expensive for what you get. Is token off-road ability worth putting up with an SUV that's hard to drive smoothly? Not a chance. 8. 2025 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque, $51,000. If you thought the Discovery Sport was bad, meet its stylish but troubled cousin. Starting at $51,000, Consumer Reports calls this the least talented luxury compact SUV, yet somehow the most expensive. It scored a terrible 46 out of 100, with even fewer redeeming qualities than the Discovery Sport. Fuel economy? Abysmal. Just 20 miles per gallon overall, among the worst in its class. Handling is fairly nimble, but when pushed, the stability control causes excessive front tire slide. Add a rough ride, confounding controls, and Land Rover's questionable reliability, and you've got an overpriced SUV that's all style and no substance. 7. 2025 Land Rover Range Rover Velar, $62,500. Continuing our British disappointments tour, the Range Rover Velar. Starting at $62,500, this SUV scored just 55 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. It sits lower than other Land Rovers with better handling and quick steering. The Velar greets you with Tesla-like retractable door handles and attractive touchscreens. But the 247 horsepower engine has a brief initial hesitation that suggests a total lack of urgency. The transmission shifts smoothly, but the rough start-stop system announces itself with a jolt. Frustratingly, turning it off requires menu diving after every restart. At 21 miles per gallon overall, fuel economy is mediocre. With a stiff ride, limited visibility, and reliability score of just 30 out of 100, you'll be spending more time at the dealer than enjoying those good looks. 6. 2025 Land Rover Defender, $58,500. The Land Rover Defender looks tough, but its reliability is anything but. Starting at $58,500, this SUV scored just 47 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. While it's charming and quick with its turbo 6-cylinder engine, it's plagued by frustrating controls, bad fuel economy, and a high step in height. The slow-responding stop-start feature creates annoying delays from a stop, and the tested fuel economy was a dismal 18 miles per gallon on premium fuel. The ride is steady but firm, particularly over highway expansion joints. The tall Defender feels ponderous in corners despite relatively responsive handling. Its safari-ready interior has rugged touches like exposed screws and grab handles, but the predicted reliability score of just 30 out of 100 means you might actually need that expedition gear when stranded. For nearly $60,000, you deserve better than poor braking, difficult controls, and terrible rear visibility. 5. 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLA, $42,000. Mercedes' entry-level SUV doesn't live up to the prestigious badge. Starting at $42,000, this compact crossover scored just 55 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. Though improved from the first generation, it still has serious issues. The turbocharged 2.0-liter engine makes 221 horsepower and reaches 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds. Adequate but not impressive. While fuel economy is good at 27 miles per gallon overall, power delivery is uneven with hesitation, followed by unexpected surges. Mercedes nailed the interior with rich materials throughout, but is that worth enduring all these problems? 4. 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLE, $62,000. Moving up in the Mercedes lineup doesn't improve reliability. This luxurious SUV starts at $62,000 yet scored just 56 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. Despite its quiet cabin, impressive fit and finish, and engine options from a turbo 4-cylinder to twin-turbo V8, this SUV disappoints in key areas. The GLE 450's 6-cylinder delivers plenty of power, but at low speeds there's an unbecoming jiggle in the cabin and a floating feeling at highway speeds. It feels heavy in corners, with slow steering response and noticeable body roll. The 9-speed automatic isn't always smooth, especially when slowing down. Initial testers recorded just 20 miles per gallon overall, and despite the mild hybrid system helping the stop-start function, your luxury SUV money is better spent elsewhere. 3. 2025 Rivian R1S, $76,000. Now for our most shocking entry, in more ways than one. The Rivian R1S electric SUV starts at a jaw-dropping $76,000 and goes all the way up to $116,000 for top trims. But here's the real shocker. It has a predicted reliability score of just 9 out of 100. Yes, you heard that right, 9. With an overall score of just 42 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. This is one expensive mistake. As a 3-row SUV analog to the R1T pickup, the R1S shares the pickup's core competencies: impressive acceleration and range, decent off-road chops, a comfortable interior, and distinctive exterior styling. The standard dual-motor setup offers plenty of oomph, 553 horsepower and 610 pound-feet of torque. The new tri-motor setup delivers a combined 850 horses and a massive 1,103 pound-feet of torque. And the quad motor goes even crazier for 2025. With 1,050 horsepower and 1,198 pound-feet of torque, Rivian claims it's capable of towing 7,700 pounds. And with a maximum range of 410 miles, it helps keep charging stops to a minimum. Despite all its impressive specs and features, that reliability score means you'll likely spend more time waiting for service than enjoying your 6-figure electric SUV. 2. 2025 Volvo XC40, $40,500. The Volvo XC40 competes with a crowd of designer-label small SUVs from Audi, BMW, Jaguar, Lexus, and Mercedes-Benz. Starting at $40,500 and going up to $49,000, it's not the most expensive option out there, but with an overall score of just 56 out of 100 and a predicted reliability of only 35 out of 100, it's definitely not the best choice. The XC40's upscale interior and comfortable front seats make the grade, but testers found the controls cumbersome and maddening to use. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engine packs a decent punch with a 7.3-second 0 to 60 mile/hour sprint. Too bad the engine sound is coarse and the stop-start system restarts with an unpleasant jolt at every launch. The powertrain combination returned 24 miles per gallon overall in tests of the all-wheel drive version on premium fuel. Volvo's stiff suspension amplifies bumps, ridges, and ruts, and the handling is hurt by the SUV's dull steering. The touch-screen infotainment system looks inviting and high-tech, resembling a tablet computer. 1.2025 Lincoln Aviator, $60,000. And now for our #1 luxury SUV to avoid, the Lincoln Aviator. Starting at a whopping $60,000, this 3-row luxury disappointment scored just 56 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. With a predicted reliability score of only 22 out of 100, this is one expensive mistake. Sure, it has a powerful 400 horsepower twin-turbo V6 and a smooth-shifting 10-speed automatic, but the controls are maddening. The gear selector is frustrating, and the ride quality is disappointing. A fancy new 13.2-inch infotainment screen and digital gauge cluster can't make up for the fundamental flaws. Even the top-spec Black Label, with its high-end appointments and ownership perks, can't justify spending nearly $90,000 on this unreliable luxury SUV. Lincoln may be trying to reinvent itself, but with the Aviator, they might have created the worst luxury SUV of 2025. If you enjoyed this breakdown of luxury letdowns, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our videos. And drop a comment below telling us which of these luxury disappointments surprised you the most. Until next time, drive smart, not expensive.